Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the Katy CommandMC 66-Day Challenge 2.0, and today is day 18. So over the past couple of days, we've been talking about the HeatSeeker tool inside of CommandMC. We learned a little bit about the algorithm and how to access your HeatSeekers, how to get quote-unquote credit in your dash report, get those metrics up and running. Today, we're going to talk about HeatSeekers and how they get in and how to limit or increase the number of HeatSeekers that are coming into CommandMC. So by default, the algorithm that is being utilized for the CommandMC report is being applied to a radius of 25 miles around the center of your market center. Now, for many market centers, that may be a very wide geographic area that is extremely populous. So I'm from Katy, Texas. 25 miles would include all of Houston and Sugar Land and Richmond and Rosenberg and Cypress. We'd be pulling a whole lot of recruits to analyze inside of that area. I think there's something like 40,000 real estate agents in the greater Houston area. So obviously plenty of heat seekers might be coming in to our market centers there in Katy. Now, if you are in a more rural area or an area that's just not quite as populous, your 25-mile radius may not cover anywhere near the number of people. So there are ways to make changes. I've also had market centers that are maybe right on the coast. So a 25-mile radius, well, half of that radius is over the ocean, so not pulling in a lot of recruits that way. So we do have the ability to make changes to how your heat seekers are pulled in. That goes through a request to your regional technology trainer or your RTT. Each region does have an assigned RTT, and they're sort of the gatekeeper to that request. If you don't know your RTT, you can reach out to your team leader or OP. Most team leaders and OPs know who their regional tech trainer is. If not, they most likely know who the regional director is or RD, and of course the RD can connect them to the RTT. With regards to changes, so we've got a couple of different ways that we can do that. One, we can change the radius. That's probably the simplest way to make changes to your heat seeker. You can decide to increase or decrease that radius, again through a request to your RTT. You also have the ability to set specific zip codes. So if you say, hey, we only want to pull heat seekers from the following zip codes, you could submit that zip code list to your RTT and they can get that. Typically, just personal preference, I like that in a CSV or Excel style file. Makes it a lot easier when we have to submit our request. The last option is actually changing the geographic location away from your market center. So if your market center location, let's just say the latitude and longitude is, I don't know, 280 by 280, and you say, hey, we want to move that west a little bit, so we would go 280 by 290. I don't even know if that makes sense latitude and longitude wise, but you understand, right? If you want to move where the center of your heat seeker radius is, you simply need to get to your RTT and give them the new latitude and longitude codes. So 3 different ways. Hey, I want to keep my 25-mile radius, but I want to move the center of that radius. Here's the new latitude and longitude. 2, I want to increase or decrease the size of that radius. I want to go 15 miles. I want to go 40 miles. Let's go 50 miles. And then finally, the option is say, hey, we don't want to use a radius at all. We just want you to pull heat seekers from the following zip codes. And then we can apply those zip codes to the heat seeker algorithm and start pulling the recruits that way. Now, do know what I've seen. The report does update every single week. Typically, that happens Monday overnight. So somewhere between Monday at 6 p.m.-ish, somewhere around there, to like Tuesday at 6 a.m.-ish. So if you come in on Tuesday, typically you are going to be able to see the newest heat seekers that were either added or updated to your recruit management or pipeline tool. And if you do make changes, 1, allow about a week for those changes to apply. 2, typically the first time the changes apply, you'll get a bunch of new heat seekers potentially. But then just remember, after that, typically there's not a massive amount of movement from week to week, depending on what your boundary lines are or zip codes are. You know, sometimes it wouldn't be unexpected to only have a couple of new heat seekers added. If you've got a really big boundary line, maybe more. But remember, every week, the recruit's heat seeker score is also being updated. So that may go up or down based upon that algorithm. But that's it for today, guys. I did want to show you the request. I apologize. I had that on the screen. I was just busy talking. This is the RTT request. and you can see we need to put in who authorized the change, who's submitting it, what your market center number is, market center name, and then we've got some standard setup and some customization setup. So that's where we would go in and put in either your zip codes, your new radius, your new geographic center of your market center. Again, an email to your regional technology trainer will get that process rolling. That's it for today, guys. Day 18. Tomorrow we sort of finish out HeatSeeker and really finish out recruits by talking about how you can apply the HeatSeeker tool to agents that are actually in your market center. It's going to make a great transition into the associates applet, which we will tackle after that. So stay tuned for that. Look forward to seeing you again real soon, guys.